Hey Tupperware lovers, I just wanted to show you one of Tupperware's really cool products, and it is our chef quality knife collection. Now, I don't know if you're lucky enough to have some of these in your kitchen, but in our catalog we actually have two different types of knives. So we have our chef quality ones, and then we also have our essential or everyday knives, which were our nice bright colored knives. I couldn't decide which set I wanted, so we actually have both in our kitchen, one of the perks of being a consultant, and I have to say that I love both of them. But today I thought I would show you what actually comes in this Tupperware knife set. Now guys, if you haven't seen these before, these are amazing. As I said, they're actually made out of Japanese steel, and believe it or not, I've been told Japanese steel is the best steel for knives to be made out of. It actually helps them stay sharper for longer. And with these Japanese quality knives, if you are a chef, I've been told that they're one of the best that some of our chefs have ever used. Now, if you have a quick look at the knife, see the way it's got the bubble proof effect at the top? You know, sometimes when you're chopping up fruit and veggies, particularly pumpkin and potato, it always gets stuck on the knife and you're always trying to push it down, which probably isn't the safest thing to do. But because of this bubble proof effect, whenever you're chopping, nothing can get stuck to the knife and everything pretty much just falls onto your chopping mat, which is cool. Also with the knife, if you have a look at the cutting portion of it, it actually starts right at the tip and goes pretty much right up to the end of the knife. That just means that when you are chopping, pretty much all you do is you put the point of the knife on the chopping mat, and it's just the handle that you actually lift up and move along on top of your food. I look like I'm a chef, but hey, I'm not. And it just means it's nice and quick to use. Now, if you are a chef, I believe that they like to pinch their knives because it gives them a little bit more control. But if you're like me, hold the handle and get those fingers away from the blade as far as you possibly can. Now, also with your knives, you don't actually need to put them into the sink or into the dishwasher. It is actually recommended not to put good quality knives into the dishwasher. I know plenty of people do, but it is recommended not to, because that can cause your knives to go blunt a lot quicker. And also you don't want to get watermarks on there if they sit in the dishwasher with water sitting on them. You want to keep them nice and shiny like this. A lot of, I keep saying chefs because this is what I've been told by people, is a lot of the time they will actually just wipe their knives clean with a tea towel, unless of course they've done something like with seafood, then they will actually give it a clean so it doesn't keep any of the odors or anything like that. Now, but guys, this is your big utility knife. So this is perfect for chopping up your pumpkins, your watermelons, all your big food. But you'll find lots of people just like a big knife. So this might be your go-to knife. Now we also have in the collection, I'm going to start now with the little baby one because this one's one of my favorites. I always say it's like an extension of your hand. It's so lightweight, and with the blades on the knives, they don't actually stop right here at the handle. The blade actually goes like right to the end. See that at the end, just there? This is pretty much just a cover over the top. So you're not going to have the blade coming away from the handle because the blade is actually the knife, and this is just a little bonus thing on top to make it more comfortable when you actually pick up your knife. Now I want to show you something. I practiced this earlier and it actually worked. Check out my little tomato. I don't know if you can see the nice little fancy stuff that I've done, but I've still got a few tomatoes left here in my VentSmart. But check this out. This little knife is so sharp, and it's actually really easy to be really precise with it. So I'm sure I've seen lots of people do this, and I'll be honest, I've never tried it in my life because I didn't actually think it was something that I would be capable of doing. But I actually surprised myself, so I was like, hey, it's going onto video, so check this out. Voila, look. I feel like a superstar. So the next time you make sandwiches or you're doing something when people are coming over, you can actually get your little fruits and veggies out. Even kiwi fruit would look really cool if you did that. So you need that little paring knife to make you look amazing. And then we actually had the next size up. This is pretty much my go-to knife. This is a good size to do your chicken breast and to take the skin off salmon, chop up all your fruits and vegetables and everything. So we've got that one. And then Another favorite, this is the best knife actually. It is the best bun life knife ever. It is actually our bread knife. But you know, sometimes when you have hot bread, whether you've made it, whether you've bought it, and you come home from the bakery or you've got your bun loaf, normally when you go to cut bread or anything like that, you've got to put a lot of pressure on it, and it actually squishes it all down, and then you've got to kind of pop it back out again, particularly if it's got icing on it. But when you actually use this knife, you don't need to do any pressure whatsoever because it works so well. You'll just glide through the bread and it will stay the right height, and your bun loaf won't get all squished and yucky either. It's also perfect for pavlova. So you can actually glide through pavlova without like crunching it up and everything. Now, something I love about this knife, I have to show you this down on the bench. The reason it is so good is when you actually get to the bench top, I don't know if you can see at the front there, my fingers aren't touching the bench because look at the handle. They've actually left like a little gap there so your fingers can be underneath and it's not actually going to hit the bench when you get to the bottom. How clever is that? So also in your knife set, not only do you get all these knives, so you've got your little paring knife, you've got the one that's a little bit bigger. These have all got technical names, but hey, we've got our big utility knife, and then we've got our bread knife. So you get the 4 in the collection, and you also get the scissors. So guys, if you don't have Tupperware scissors, this is something that you'll probably end up wanting 2 or 3 of. They are so good. I honestly think I just worked out before we have about 6 in our kitchen. So with the scissors, they come apart. So they're very easy to clean, and that just means that you can actually use them to chop up chicken breast and all your meats and salamis and hams and pizza toppings, all that kind of thing, because then you can clean them properly. And then if you do have your Vent Smarts and you've come home from doing your groceries, you can actually use these to chop up your broccoli, cauliflower and all your fruit and veggies, so it's all prepared in your Vent Smarts ready to go. If you happen to go on a barbecue or a picnic, pull them apart, one side's serrated, one side's normal, and you've actually got a knife that you can actually use. If you have kids, not babies, but as the kids are getting older, the handles of them are actually designed so the kids can hold on to them nice and easily, so they can get to use scissors at a nice young age. If you've got left and right-handed people in the family, they are ambidextrous as well. So guys, once you've got one of these, you're honestly going to want 2 or 3 or 4 pairs. You can never have too many of those. Now the next part I actually want to show you is the actual knife block. Now this is not just any ordinary knife block. You know, when Tupperware does something, they do it really well, and there's no exception to this. So if you turn it upside down, I want you to go to your kitchen if you've actually got a knife block at the end of this demo, and have a look. Turn it upside down and see what's underneath it. I bet it doesn't have the actual air vents that go all the way through. So the spot at the top to put your knives in actually goes all the way through, so your knives are actually aerated. Nothing's going to get stuck in your knife block like any nasty insects or anything and be sitting underneath your knives. And because it's all aerated, it means your knives are going to stay sharper for longer. Now, if you have a look at the top also, I don't know if you can see the knives, when you actually go to put them into your knife block, they go horizontal. Most knife blocks that you will actually buy will go vertical, which means when you actually go to pull your knife out, say your knife block goes that way, when you go to pull it out, you're usually quite lazy and you just pull your knife out and you're actually pulling it on the timber. Whereas when you have your knife block like that, you can't pull it on the timber. It has to come straight out. So that's going to help your knife stay sharper for longer as well. And it's made out of a very good quality timber, so you're going to have this for years and years and years. It's got little feet on it, so it even keeps it risen up off the bench top so the air can circulate even better. And another cool thing, not only can you fit the scissors in the end of your knife block, but you can fit 2 pairs in there. The only reason I know that is because we do that in our kitchen. So you've always got a spot to keep everything. Now with your knives, you'll notice that there's actually more slits than knives. So that just means that you will be able to, I'm just gonna grab this other one and put it, can't line my knife up. Okay, so see the way you've got all those extra spots for knives? You can actually add to your collection because there's other knives in the Tupperware collection that you can put in there, and there's always exclusive ones that come out as well, so you can always add them to the collection as well. Now they will come with their sheaths, So it just means that if you do need to transport them, you can pop the sheath on them and take them with you. If you have little kids in the house, you might prefer to put them into the drawer and lock them away, or you can put them up on a magnetic strip with the sheath on it. The sheath has actually even got a little lip on the end, so it's really easy just to pull it off with, making it nice and safe as well. So guys, these knives are absolutely amazing. So duck onto the link, check them out. If you need good quality knives in your kitchen, then I highly recommend these. Now, these do retail, this set, for $499. I recommend reaching out to myself if I'm your consultant, or the consultant who's invited you to come watch this. Host an online event so that as a host you can actually get this for half price, which would take it down less than $250. Why pay full price when you can pay half price? Even better, come and join us in Tupperware and get a permanent discount off all your Tupperware and earn some money along the way. So guys, I've impressed myself today. I've learnt something new, so my day is complete. So guys, I hope you love these. Share it with your friends, and I look forward to helping you get some nice new knives into your kitchen. See you later, guys.